Hey, guys, it's your girl, Dr. Avis, and I am back today with 3 shifts you should make in your business right now to experience revenue leaps in 2020 through 2020. What did I say? Through. I made a whole new word, y'all. 2023. Hello. So, if you are wondering what you need to do in the new year to make sure that you bust through that 6 figure, that multi 6 figure, that 7 or even multi 7 figure ceiling, these are 3 key things you need to make sure you are employing in 2023. I can't talk tonight in order to make sure that happens. So, in case you're brand new, let me tell you who I am so you can know why I would know this. That might be nice to know. So, how you doing? My name is Dr. Avis. I am your Media to Millions mentor and business elevation strategist. I help ambitious service-based entrepreneurs, specifically coaches, consultants, authors, speakers, people who live in the knowledge economy, understand how to monetize their genius at very high levels, get out there and market appropriately, and ultimately close those high ticket sales. That is what your sister does right here. And I have done that to the tune of not only creating a multi 7 figure business myself, but also having incredible success with my clients as well, who regularly create 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 months, if you believe that or not. Okay. So we talk about making huge shifts in revenue in my little part of the world, which we call the Millionaire Coach Collective. My clients are doing it big. And I want to show you a few key tips that I am teaching them and that I definitely suggest you employ in order to be able to really up level your revenue significantly in 2023. So if you are brand new to me, let me know in the chat. I would like to shout you out. If not, I'm going to jump right in. You might be wondering what I'm doing here. This is the continuation of our 12 Days of Christmas series, where I am giving you the gift of tips and insights and information as we count down our days to Christmas. Today is day 7. I think I forgot to put that in the title up there, but today is day 7. We are going to continue this all the way up to Christmas Eve. And tonight I'm going to give you, as was mentioned, 3 shifts to make in 2023 to experience huge revenue leaps in your business. So with that said, let me start with shift number 1. Shift number 1, you guys, if you're paying any attention to social media, you probably know this. But the first thing that I'm going to suggest you do is that you need to upgrade your video game. Upgrade your video game. Here I'm referring to marketing, doing more video specific marketing as it relates to your digital marketing efforts. So why am I saying that? Let me pull back a little bit to give you the 50,000 foot level. One of the things that I teach, not only my clients, but people who go through my free masterclasses that I have regularly, periodically, and my next one's coming up in January. So stay tuned. You'll have the opportunity soon to register for our next completely free masterclass that was specifically meant, this one is specifically meant to teach you how to scale in 2023 to get you to that next level. But for now, let me just let you know, one of the things I always tell people who interact with me is that at the heart of business are 2 core activities, right? Marketing and sales. Does not take a genius to figure that out. And also, I think it's important to recognize so that these things are not in any order, okay? They're not in random order. This is not a chicken or the egg contest, okay? We know which one comes first. You market and then you sell. You market and then you sell. These are 2 very different activities, but marketing has to come first, because if you do not market first, and not only first, but consistently, as in an ongoing manner, then guess what? Who you going to sell to, boo? You're not going to have anybody to sell to. So if you're going straight for the jugular and you're wondering why it's a hard time for you to get people to buy whatever it is you're selling, but you're not marketing, or you're not marketing consistently, let me just give you a little bonus bit of advice here. That's where you start. Okay. That is where it has to start, because you have to build a relationship with them in which they know you, in which they respect your expertise, in which they come to like you, and all of those good things for them to even want to take advantage of what you have to offer. It's that simple. But let's not be general with the marketing, okay? As we are segueing into 2023, we're seeing certain trends in marketing with regards to what types of marketing are really getting the push right now. What's getting the most eyeballs, what's getting the most support through algorithms in terms of being pushed out to more people in an organic way. What can really help you get in front of literally hundreds of thousands of eyeballs for free without having to pay for one ad? I would say right now, the best methodology is video based marketing. So that can take various different forms, right? That can take the form of short form videos, something like that's like 30 seconds to a minute to maybe 90 seconds at the most. Okay. And we oftentimes see these in the form of TikTok videos, reels, even YouTube is getting in the game, right? With YouTube shorts. This seems to be the wave of the future in terms of how people are consuming video content, right? Now you may notice I'm coming on here live. This is not a minute, okay? But guess what I can do later, okay? After I leave here, I can have my team sort of chop this up into 30-second, 60-second, 90-second clips. So 1, 5, 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute presentation, I probably wouldn't want to go over that, right? Can be enough for you to create 5, 10, 15 different short form video clips. Ding! I'm really hoping that I illuminated something for you right there in terms about how you can do this in a way that it can easily, um, be infused in what you already do, and it doesn't just add one more thing on the list of things that you need to do. Okay, so hey, 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 what's up, Wendy? How you doing, girl? Great to see you. Hey there, Martin. How are you doing? Good to see you. So this is my big sort of aha moment for you for 2023. You need to understand that video marketing is the ticket, okay? And as I mentioned, it takes several different forms, short form videos, as I've alluded to. Also, lives are still very, very engaging. And I definitely suggest those, not only for the reason that I just mentioned, that you can take a larger live and chop it up and use that as a basis for multiple forms of short form content, but also lives still allow you to really connect with people in a very, very deep and intimate way because they get to see your vulnerability. They get to see your humanity. They get to see the flubs and your sense of humor and your personality in a much more robust way than they can typically with a 30-second, 60-second sort of jolt of you. Okay. So I would suggest that you do that. Also, another good thing with lives is that lives are literally connected on social media with notifications. So if people are following you when you go live, they will typically get a notification XYZ is live, right? And so that gives you an audience, right? And it helps to get people there and get you on people's radar screens. Imagine you doing that consistently. It helps you to stay on the forefront of people's minds. And if they're really vibing with you, they're going to want to catch your lives, right? So all of this helps. Now, a third way that I would suggest you want to lean into video content production in 2023 is, and you're not going to be surprised to hear this from me because I do have that sort of media background. But let me just tell you, traditional media, particularly as it relates to on-camera opportunities, are huge because much like what I just shared with you just now about how you can take a live presentation, right? Or a live talk that you're doing with your tribe per se, or with your audience and chop that up into short form snippets. You can do the same thing with media appearances. And that provides in many ways an even more, I guess you would say, prestigious form of video that you can share broadly. Imagine being able to show clips of you on your favorite television show or clips of you on your favorite video podcast, for example. Those types of things are very, very, they lend well to increasing your authority in your space, right? To really being able to increase your bona fides as being a leading thinker or a leading producer in your space. I'm going to come down here and grab my glasses. because y'all know I'm blind without them, and I want to be able to read what you guys are saying in the chat. Good to see you too. Absolutely, Nick. So I have to tell you, you have to add, and Nick is a great person to be on here actually live, right? Because he's the brandpreneur and he would know, right? He does a great job of capturing images, but also I'm saying video is in there too as being very, very important. And when you juxtapose great video content with high quality pictures, like high quality brand photos, it's really a match made in heaven in terms of allowing you to be able to uplevel your brand and be able to market in a way that screams authority so that you can position yourself as a high ticket, brand, period. Before I go on to number 2, I do want to say one other thing about that. And you notice that I'm emphasizing high ticket, right? I'm emphasizing positioning yourself as a high ticket brand. I want you to know that if you want to charge aggressively in 2023, you cannot show up like bargain basement Susie. Okay. I just have to go there. I just have to say that. If you want to charge people 5, 10, 15,000, whatever it is to work with you, then you're going to have to make sure that when you show up in a way that looks like you're worth it. And this is why the brand photography is so important. This is why having quality video content that you can distribute on a regular basis is so important. This is clearly critical because as we move into 2023, I have to tell you, people are hemming and hawing about the economy. Guess what? High ticket buyers are still there. In fact, they see this opportunity not as a moment to pull back. They actually see it as a time to go all in and invest even more to be able to grow their wealth even more. This is a time where actually money is made by people who know what to do in these moments. And so they're looking for people with great expertise at this moment. But if you are showing up in a way that does not sort of allude to the fact that you are an elite brand, they're going to look right over you and go towards someone who shows up in that way, even if that person practically is not as good as you. Honestly, you have to not only act the part, you have to be perceived as the part. And rightly or wrongly, people consume with their eyes before they really consume the content through their mind, if that makes sense. Okay. So the eyes are the first thing that catches their eye. And I will say video content is king in this moment. So make sure that you are committing the time and the effort in producing that, because you will be greatly rewarded by the algorithmic gods when you are putting video content on their channels, even more than you're rewarded when you're using more static content. Okay, so that is number 1. Make a video starting in January. Awesome, Bobby. That is a great plan. Super smart to do. Super smart to do. And let me just say, it doesn't have to be anything, once again, that takes you all day or forever to do. You can figure out one specific day a week or one specific day a month where you just want to knock out several videos. And therefore, this is one and done. You kind of program them and you get them on out there. Okay. All right. So that was number 1. The first shift is you have to make sure that you upgrade your video game in 2023. Second shift. This is a big one, you guys. What's up, LaShawn? Great to see you. Engage in sales cycling. Engage in sales cycling in 2023. What do I mean by that? One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make who are attempting to sell online is they do something once and then they never do it again. Or they may, in a period of a year, try like 3 completely different things. Here's what I want you to understand. The way to stack your cash and grow aggressively is to master one thing and do it over and over and over again. Master one thing and do it over and over again. How do you like to sell? I can't tell you. It may take a little of experimentation to figure out which methodology of selling you most prefer. Do you most prefer doing things like pushing people to sales calls, which, maybe you can do that through being an inbox ninja. I don't know. However you do that, you can do that, right? Push people to get on your calendar. And maybe you just prefer to do the straight up one-on-one sales conversation route. Okay. Maybe you like doing webinars. Okay. That's great. Maybe you like doing more elongated challenges or launches, whatever that is. Maybe your thing is live events, because now we're at a moment where live events are back, you guys, whatever. Well, thank goodness. We are back in a moment where we can do live events now with some precautions, but we are doing live events again. So my point is, figure out which one or two of those things you like best and commit to doing them not only consistently, but repetitively. Um, so what I mean by that is, if you're going to go through the, whole challenge of putting together a webinar, why just do that webinar once and then never do it again? Can you really, does it even make sense? Okay. Maybe you might need to have some tweaks to it. Maybe it doesn't convert at the level that you want the first time that you do it. Instead of throwing the whole thing away, okay, maybe you need to figure out what are some tweaks to it. What are some adjustments that I need to make to it to make it convert better, okay? And then do it again. Here's the point. Repetition breeds mastery. Repetition breeds mastery. Anything you do repetitively, ultimately, you're going to get better at it. Would you agree with that? Right? Anything that you do repetitively, eventually you will get better at it. If you keep starting from ground zero and creating something new every other week, every month, okay, you don't have enough time to master that thing before you're on to the next thing. This is especially important in sales. You've got to take the time to master before you move on to the next thing. All right. So I would just suggest that you decide which one of these things that you like. And like I said, maybe it's two things that you like. For me, I do live events, but I don't just do live events. I also have online masterclasses, which, as I mentioned, I'm going to invite you to one here in a few weeks. We'll start letting you all know about my next masterclass. But the point is, I do those things consistently. Okay, I do them consistently. And the thing is that when you do the first one, obviously the first one is going to be the biggest, heaviest lift. You're going to put all your blood, sweat, and tears into figuring out what exactly you want to relay, how you want to relay it. You're going to think about how you're going to market it. You're going to put together all your email strings and all those things, those behind the scene things that we all have to do when we're doing something online, right? But how much of an asset you have created for your business by doing that? Just think about that. You have literally created an asset for your business when you've done that. So why just throw it away and start over from scratch every time you decide that you want to try to get new clients? Instead, commit to the magic of repetition, and you will see your money stack in 2023. Is there anybody here that I have convinced? Okay. I hope so, because this has been a game changer. I know for a fact in my business and in the lives of my clients. Okay. So that's number two. Number three, I'm going to back up a little bit now and talk about this from a more 50,000 foot level. Okay. So far we've covered marketing. Okay. When we talked about, hey, focus on video content creation in 2023, you are going to get some great pushes by the algorithmic gods. And honestly, especially if you're talking about short form videos, that's very, very much in line with the attention span. Let me just say that too, because people's attention spans are like this these days. So all of those things are working in your favor. Number two, we talked about engage in sales cycling. Don't just sell once, sell many times, get better and better and better at it all along the way. In essence, think of it as on the job training where you're making money the entire time that you're getting better. Okay. Number two. Number three, I want to talk about what you need to invest in 2023 in order to be able to get to that next level. I have to tell you, you have to invest in community and skill sets. Boom. Period. Point blank, period. Bottom line in the story. Okay. You must be willing to invest in community and skill sets. Here's what I know. Oftentimes, the best thing that you can be for your business is to be in the right rooms, among the right people, with the right environment. It's critical. It's critical for your mind, for your mindset in terms of elevating that, because let's just be real. The entrepreneur life can be a very lonely life because hey, we're the divergent ones. Most people aren't entrepreneurs, okay? So, a lot of people that are in your natural circle, family, friends, you might be one of a very few that do what you do if you have your own business. And so they don't really get this part of you. They don't get it. Okay. You need to invest to be in a community where there are other people around you that get it, but that not only get it, but that encourage you, who lift you up, who understand when you have a setback, who celebrate with you when you have a win. That is so critical because otherwise you can feel so isolated, right? Another reason why you want to invest to be in community is because oftentimes it's through community that you can network and get new clients. It's so much easier to get people to yes if they've already had a connection with you in some way, even outside of the periphery, sort of more light connections that we form by being someone's Facebook friend, Instagram follower, LinkedIn connection, whatever you want to call it, right? That's one level of connection. But there is a much, much, much deeper level of connection when you are in community together. And that community could look like a mastermind, like I just mentioned, but it could also look like much more traditional networking opportunities. Like, what sort of professional organizations are you in? Are you in any sort of business sort of groups in your hometown? Like, are you in some sort of networking group or just social groups with regards to fraternities, sororities, things like this? Expanding your network and in your depth of relationship with people by investing to be in the room with people who are in many ways like you will actually help you not only rise in terms of having the mindset that you need to navigate the challenges that we all face as entrepreneurs, but also can put you in a space where you can develop relationships that ultimately can turn into contracts. Okay. So that's the community part that you need to invest in. Obviously, the other part that you need to invest in, as I mentioned, was skill sets. I don't care how far you go up in this game, you never, for me, I just know for me, and this is why I believe in this so much, you never get to a point where you've learned it all. You've never get to a point where you know it all. You never get to a point where you can't get better. And here's what I also know is that once you've hit one ceiling, okay, once you've accomplished one goal, being the type of people that we are as badass entrepreneurs, we are the type of people that aren't satisfied with hitting the first goal, because after we hit that first goal, guess what? Now we have a second goal, and then we got a third goal, and then it goes up and up and up. I mean, I am proud of all we've done in our business, but now I'm on my 8-figure journey, right? So what I'm saying is that there'll always be another level up that you'll want to go in your business, which requires you to unlock new skill sets and a new level to your mindset. And those are things that you cannot, I just believe, you just cannot acquire those in a timely manner by yourself. Okay. You have to be in community with people who have already been there, done that, know the roadmap, and can share it with you. And other people who are on that journey with you who understand what it's like to work at to perform at the level that you perform, the challenges that you face, the setbacks you face, the wins that you have, but also understand that also have similar goals to you. So you all can sort of push each other lovingly in that direction. All right. So I'm getting spammed on YouTube. Oh, well. So here's what I have to say. You have to make sure that you invest in that. All right. So when we think about moving to that next level in 2023, think about where you want to put those investments. And honestly, now is a good time to put those investments wherever you want to put them, because when you invest now versus in, 2 weeks, you can actually write off that investment on your next taxes. Because particularly if you're talking about investing in education, investing in professional memberships, all those types of things are tax deductible. So imagine how you can save yourself, a little bit of dough with the tax man by making decisions now around where you want to invest in order to get to that next level in your business and to get in those rooms that you need to be in order to expand your mind and expand your network. All right. Does that make sense, guys? So, those are the three things that I suggest that you do in order to take your business to new revenue heights in 2023. Now, it's a couple of things I want to let you know about. I mentioned investing in yourself, and so I have to tell you about how you can get to know how to work with me. Just let me know in the chat if you'd like me to give you some information. I will definitely DM you information on how you can get on my calendar, but so that if you're ready to learn more about what I do, and honestly, I would need to learn more about what you do to figure out if I can even help you. But if that is the case, then we can talk about that because, as I mentioned, you definitely want to do that before the end of the year in order to have the tax advantages of this upcoming tax season. Second thing I want to let you know about is, as I've been telling you about for a couple of weeks now, Black Millionaire Coach Live 2023 is coming down the pike in the summer, July of 2023. You can go to blackmillionairecoachlive.com and check that out. Listen, I have a secret opportunity for you right now that you have to go to the website and actually click on the button to purchase to see. But we are now at the early bird rate. However, we've also provided you a 3-pay option. So listen, if you know that you want to be in the building in 2023 to learn those things that those people who were in the building last time learned in order to get their $1 million offer like locked and loaded, okay, in order to understand how to develop their $1 million marketing plan, in order to understand how to go out there and make sure that they brand like they're the $1 million brand that they are going to be, then you will want to be in that space. So right now you can go to blackmillionairecoachlive.com and grab your early bird ticket through a 3-pay option if need be, in order to make that fit into your budget a little bit better. But we want to see you there. It is an investment in you and an investment in your future that you're there. We're just now 2 months out of our last one, and we only just yesterday, I got the news that one of our attendees has already monetized over the $70,000 level. Okay. It's just since the actual event ended about 2 months ago. If you want to be able to have access to those types of powerful results, then you want to make sure that you're in the building in 2023. So with that said, you guys, it has been great talking with you tonight. I hope that something that I shared was helpful to you. You are interested. Okay. All righty, Stephanie, I will inbox you, my dear, because, now is a good time to go for it. And now is a good time to go for it. This is the time to make sure that you are positioned to rise in 2023. This is the time to make millions. And I look forward to helping you get there. With that said, you guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. And I will check you out tomorrow night around the same bedtime right here again for day 6 of our 12 Days of Christmas countdown. And guess what? We are almost there, you guys. Christmas will be here soon. And until then, I look forward to sharing my nightly Christmas gifts with you, my insights on building your business to millions. Until then, see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye.